Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for this evening's lightweight tournament champion of all time. We are doing our Friday night boxing, which we do every Friday night. We started out with this lightweight champion of all time tournament. We'll move on to the middleweights. We'll then go on to the heavyweights eventually. But right now, we're finishing up the lightweights. This is the second to the last bout in the tournament. The winner of this bout will face Benny Leonard, who beat Edwin Valero in 12 rounds in a TKO last Friday night. The winner will either be Whitaker Ortiz for Leonard for the greatest lightweight of all time belt. And there it is right there. We'll present it to him in the ring next Friday evening on the 26th of June. Philip is here. How you doing, Philip? And we've got a good fight tonight. You're right. Carlos Ortiz was born in 1936. We went over this the last time he fought, but he had 70 fights. 61 of them were victories. He was a smooth boxer that turned pro in 1955, and he became world light welterweight champion in 59. 4 years later, he held that for a year, and he became the lightweight champion of the world in 62 through 65, and then he lost a fight and then regained it and was champion for 3 more years in the 60s. And I remember watching him on TV. He finally, one of his last fights, he lost a title fight to Ken Buchanan in 1972. I remember that fight. Ken Buchanan, if you recall, was a European boxer from Ireland, I believe, who wore plaid boxing shorts. It was pretty funny at the time to watch a boxer in plaid shorts. Pernell Whitaker, on the other hand, was born in 1964, and he held titles everywhere. He was, he started the IBF lightweight champion 89 to 92, the WBC champion 89 to 92, and the WBA champion 90 to 92. And that was all at the same time. He was the IBF light welterweight champion after that in 92 to 93, and the WBC welterweight champion for 4 years, beginning in 1993. And the light middleweight champion, he ended up in 1995. 46 fights, he won 40 of them. And he is considered one of the best all-around boxers of all time. And we're going to see them fight using Legends of Boxing 2. Let's see who's here besides Philip. We got Fast Action Sports Desk. Thank you for coming by. And let's see what else we got here. And we're going to have some fun. There it is. Okay. Let's load it up. Well, before we do that, let me just do one more thing. How did we get here? Boxing results. We just showed you that from last week. Quarterfinals. There we go. We started with 8 fighters. Duran lost in an upset to Valero. Joe Gans lost to Carlos Ortiz. Fighting tonight, Pernell Whitaker won in a unanimous decision over Ike Williams. And, of course, Benny Leonard beat Chavez. There we go. Those are the first 4. Then we had the 2 last week, like I showed you, where Benny Leonard wins. And now the winner of this fight will face Benny Leonard for the championship. Okay, let's go. Enough of what happened. Legends of Boxing. This is the updated Legends of Boxing 2. Here's the tournament. Last week, we fought Valero and Benny Leonard. Okay. Let me see something. I think what I got to do is we got to add another fight. That's what we got to do. Okay, here we go. No, we're going to cancel that for a second. Here we go. Lightweights. Pernell Whitaker. I forgot we have to add these fights. I should have done it before I got here, but it shouldn't take more than a couple of buttons. Carlos Ortiz, there we go. 12 rounds. We were going to fight 15, but when I set it up originally, it was 12. When we go to middleweights in a couple of weeks, we will be fighting 15 rounds. Here we go. Pernell Whitaker, Carlos Ortiz. There are the cards. Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker is going to be elusive. Carlos Ortiz is going to fight from the outside. They are in their respective corners, awaiting the bell for round one, and here we go. In the center of the ring, both fighters jockeying for position. No punches were thrown. Ortiz going to have control here as the aggressor to start out with. Combination scores a point. Ortiz still in control. Looking to land a punch. It's a jab and it's blocked. Whitaker is elusive, as they say. Whitaker now coming after Ortiz. Looking to throw his first punch of the fight. And it's across. It's slipped by the crafty Carlos Ortiz. In the center of the ring, both fighters missed. Not much action. Minute 13 to go in round one. In control, Whitaker. Uppercut scores for Whitaker. Whitaker still in control. Couple of more punches, he may win this fight by default. There's a hook, it lands. They're going to go to the center of the ring. Let's see if they have an exchange. The referee separates the fighters. 10 seconds to go in the round. Back to the center of the ring they go. And they exchange punches to end the round as the bell sounds. That was not a terribly active round. If I were to give it to anybody, it'd be Whitaker. Let's see what the unofficial ringside scorekeeper has it. Gave it to Pernell Whitaker, 10-9. Both fighters sitting on their stools getting instructions. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada. Truly, it's 108 degrees out here at 8 o'clock at night. Here we go. There's the bell for round two, and out comes Whitaker looking to be aggressive. They're both fighting from the outside. Whitaker lands across, gets the first points of round two. To the center of the ring, both fighters jockeying for position. No punches thrown. Whitaker looking to throw a punch as he's trying to get aggressive here. There's an uppercut, possible cut. We roll the dice. No cut. Ortiz escapes injury. Back to the center of the ring. Minute 46 to go. Not a lot of action in this round either, as Whitaker is going to have control and going to throw the next punch. Combination that lands. Whitaker won a unanimous decision in the last fight, and he's boxing like he's looking for another one this fight. The jab is missed. We're going to have a counter by Ortiz, and it lands. Ortiz is not terribly active, but he's got the aggressive look in that eye. He's about to throw a punch, and he scores with a cross. 39 seconds to go in the round. Whitaker now in control. He's going to need to land a punch to win this round. He's jabs, and it's missed, but the counter comes back. 2 points for Ortiz. Ortiz may win this round. 9 seconds to go in the round. Whitaker's going to throw the last punch. And it's a 2-point uppercut. There it is. There's the bell for round 2. We go to the next round. That might have been enough for Whitaker to sneak by and win that round. Let's check the ringside scorekeeper. He's unofficial, and it was. He's taken both rounds on our unofficial scorecard, 10-9. Whitaker going to continue to fight outside. Ortiz is going to try to get inside to score some more points. And there's the bell for round 3. Going to the center of the ring. Nobody scores in that exchange. Back to the center of the ring, the two fighters are. And they're broken up by the referee. A minute into the round, not very much action. Whitaker looking to score the first points. And he scores with a 2-point combination. He still has control. Whitaker sizing up Ortiz. Combination, he's a possible cut again. And Ortiz escapes any damage. Whitaker will be still in control. Whitaker's halfway through the round, is winning this round also, and there's a hook that connects. Whitaker still the aggressor. Scores with an uppercut. He's just giving him a boxing lesson. Ortiz trying to get inside, but he's not being very successful as both fighters miss in the center of the ring. Back to the center ring they go. We have the first foul check. It's going to be the red corner, Pernell Whitaker. A malicious foul. That's going to be a problem for him later in the fight if there's another one. 15 seconds to go in the round. Ortiz looking to score something before the end of the round. And a jab scores 2 points, but it won't be enough as both fighters return to their corner at the end of round 3. I'm sure the ringside scorekeeper gave that one to Whitaker. He did. He's won all 3 rounds, 10-9. Both fighters will come out and fight from the outside here in round 4 when we get started here in a moment. Fighters getting their last minute instructions. Both of them standing up, and there's the bell for round 4. Ortiz looking to score first in this round. Ortiz has not landed very much, but he lands a combination there. Whitaker shakes it off. He's coming back at Ortiz. Scores with a jab, as he usually does. Whitaker's tough to stop when he's just peppering you from the outside. Ortiz looking to throw a haymaker here. And it's a cross that connects. Back to the center ring to go. Whitaker is in control. He's about to throw another punch, and he misses as that punch is ducked under by Carlos Ortiz. Ortiz meeting Whitaker in the center of the ring one more time as both fighters miss. Another lackluster round. Whitaker, though, about to land a blow. Let's see what happens. It's a 1-point cross. Both fighters looking to score late in this round with 56 seconds to go to see if they can steal it. combination by Whitaker. Whitaker, with 37 seconds left to go, needs to score. If Ortiz scores, he could take this round. A combination. 4 seconds to go. Let's see who's got control. It is nobody. And there's the bell to end round 4. I think that might be an even round. I don't think anyone in that round took the aggression. No, they gave it the unofficial score. I want to remind you, it's all unofficial. Gives it for Whitaker. He's pitching a shutout. As the bell sounds for round 5, Whitaker is out pointing Ortiz at every point in the fight. No action so far. We got a minute gone in the round. Whitaker now has a shot at scoring some points. Combination, possible cut again. And there's no damage. Whitaker in control, and in control of the bout as he's won the first 4 rounds on the unofficial scorekeeper. There's a combination, scores again. Ortiz is getting outboxed in this fight. It is pretty impressive. Hook to the body by Whitaker. He's fighting on the inside. Still in control. He's got all the action in this round, round number 5. Scores with an uppercut. To the center of the ring they go. Both fighters exchanging punches. Ortiz looking to score something before the round ends. It's a jab, not very terribly effective. 9 seconds to go in the round. Whitaker looking for one more shot at him. And that's a hook that's ducked under by Ortiz, and we end round 5. Once again, to me anyway, it looked like Whitaker had the best of them, and the shutout continues. 5 straight rounds, 10-9 on the unofficial scorecard. Beatles eternally. Hey, Beatles, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping by and watching boxing. We're halfway, entering the halfway point in the greatest lightweight tournament of all time. This is the semifinal bout. The winner of this fight, Whitaker or Ortiz, will fight Benny Leonard for the all-time greatest lightweight champion. We'll crown him next Friday night. And there's the bell for round number 6. Whitaker comes out in control. He's been in control the whole fight. Carlos Ortiz cannot get started. 2-point uppercut for Whitaker. They're going to move to the center of the ring here. Ortiz trying to do something on the inside. So is Whitaker. No action. 2 minutes to go in the round. Ortiz looking to become the aggressor. Solid body combination, but there's going to be a counter, and Whitaker connects with the hook. Whitaker is just scoring, even when he doesn't score. Ortiz looking to throw a haymaker here. It's a jab, possible cut on Whitaker. And he escapes the dice roll without being cut. They're going to go back to the center ring. Sort of a lackluster 6th round. Both fighters do not score on that exchange. Back to the center they go. 1 minute, 12 seconds. Whitaker wins that from the inside. 2-1. Back to the inside they go. Both fighters strategy the inside. It's an even exchange. They both score a point. This is anybody's round. 39 seconds to go. Whoever lands the last 2 segments of this fight's going to win the round. Whitaker has control. scores with a 2-point uppercut. If Whitaker can score one more time, but Ortiz has control. Can he land a punch? And it's an uppercut to the body, and it's the end of round 6. To me, Whitaker might have squeaked by there in round 6. The unofficial scorekeeper said no. They gave it to Ortiz, 10-9. Ortiz's first round, and the shutout is over. We going to take a sip of water here as the fighters sit on their stools in their respective corners. Whitaker's going to fight from the inside in round 7. Ortiz is going to try to get something going from the outside. Ortiz has been outboxed the first half of this fight. And it looks like if things stay the same way, Whitaker could possibly have a 12-round unanimous decision for the second fight in a row and will be fighting Benny Leonard for the title next Friday night. And there's the bell for round 7. Whitaker comes out the aggressor. Hook to the body by Whitaker. Whitaker's still in control. Uppercut, he scores. Whitaker's piling up the points here in round 7. Still in control. And he scores with a short hook. Ortiz from the outside cannot seem to get anything done whatsoever. Whitaker is piling up the points as the referee separates the fighter halfway through the round. Even exchange in the center of the ring. Each fighter gets a point. Ortiz now finally gets control with only a minute to go in the round. He needs some heavy artillery. He scores with a combination. Back to the center of the ring they go. No action there. 26 seconds to go. Both fighters need points. Ortiz is going to have control of this one. No. Whitaker's got control. The punch is ducked under by Ortiz. This looks like a Whitaker round if he can escape without getting hit. And the referee separates the fighters as the bell sounds to end round 7. And there we go. For everybody's listening to this fight, tomorrow, noontime Eastern, Game 7 in my Red Sox tournament. Region B, series number 8. So it's a round of 16. The last series before we go to the round of 8. 2011 was the underdog, but they won today, Game 6. It is a Game 7. 2011 playing the 1919 underdog Red Sox, under 500. And they've had control of the series up till now. Hope to see you then. We're going to round 8. Before we do, let's check the ringside scorecard. And Ortiz goes back to winning that round. And here comes the bell for round 8. Ortiz fighting from the outside, trying to knock him out. It's the only way he's going to win this fight. Scores with a 2-point hook. Both fighters circling each other in the center ring. Whitaker wins that inside exchange. Ortiz looking to land a punch. He's got control. No marks on either fighter. That cross is ducked under by Whitaker. Neither fighter has a mark on him as Whitaker gets to throw the next punch. He's in control here, and here comes the punch. He scores to the body. Once again, Whitaker leading this round, and he's got control. Whitaker in total control of this fight. Scores with a combination. 1 minute, 12 seconds to go in the round. Whitaker still in control. If he scores here, it'll be almost impossible for Ortiz to come back and win this round, and he scores 2 points. Only 3 more segments to go. Ortiz going to need to win all 3 of them. He loses this one. Whitaker going to score more points here. Scores with an uppercut to the chin. And that was a solid punch. Ortiz goes down. 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's getting up at the count of 6. Ortiz went down on an uppercut to the chin. And not only does Whitaker have charge of the fight, he now has Ortiz in trouble. Here we go. Here comes the finisher. Can he knock him out? No, he cannot. He lands an uppercut, but he has a brutal round. This round is so bad it could be a 10-7. Let's go to the ringside scorekeeper. We'll see what he says. No, 10-8. As you could see, there was not a point scored by Ortiz, and he hit the canvas. Whitaker totally in control as we enter round 9. Only way Ortiz wins this fight at this point is with a knockout. He is going to try to get it from the outside, and here comes the bell for round 9. Fighters in the center of the ring jockeying for position. Both fighters throw punches, but both of them miss. They're still in the center of the ring. Almost a minute gone in the round, and nobody's scored anything yet. Ortiz finally gets control. And he misses. Ortiz still in control. And he scores with a jab. He's not going to win this fight with jabs. He's going to have to throw some punches. Whitaker looking to land a big punch here, and it's a hook. It connects. Nobody making much headway with a minute to go in this round. Combination scores by Whitaker. Whitaker now looks like he's taking control of the round, as he still has control with 2 segments to go. 33 seconds. Combination to the head and body of Ortiz. Ortiz is going to be able to score here at the end, but unless it knocks him down, it's not going to do him any good. It's a hook. It landed, but we're going to have a counter punch by Whitaker, who scores with a jab, and the round is over. We're going to go to round 10 before we do check the ringside scorekeeper. That should have been a Whitaker round. And it is. Whitaker's got 8 rounds to 1 for Ortiz. Ortiz is pretty much done unless he can knock him out. 10th round here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Nobody's cut. There's no marks. But Whitaker is giving Ortiz a lesson in how to box. The bell for round 10, out comes the fighters. Ortiz fighting from the outside, Whitaker trying to box from the inside. Ortiz lands a jab. Like I said, he's going to have to land more of the jabs to win this fight. Combination. Scores a point for Ortiz. Ortiz in the center of the ring now with Whitaker. And they have an exchange that Ortiz wins. Ortiz having a good round. Whitaker now going to be in control. Combinations dodge. Here comes a counter punch by Ortiz, and it lands to the body. Ortiz having his best round of the fight. They're both in the center of the ring. Referee separates them. 1 minute, 13 seconds to go. Ortiz has control still. Missed jab. Whitaker in control, looking to score some points. He's going to need it if he's going to win this round. The cross is missed by Whitaker. Back to the center of the ring they go. Both fighters throwing punches and missing. 10 seconds to go. It's going to be Ortiz's round, but not a lot of action. And there's a Whitaker winning that exchange in the center of the ring. The end of round 10. We go to round 11 here in a moment, checking the ringside scorecards. As I said, that was Ortiz's best round of the fight, but he can't be satisfied with winning rounds. Neither fighter is marked at all, but Ortiz has got to knock him out to win, so I would assume he's going to go after him here in the championship rounds 11 and 12. We're here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, here on June 19th. It's 108 degrees here this afternoon. Here we go, the bell for round 11. Ortiz comes out looking to land the punch. And it's ducked underneath by the slippery Whitaker. Ortiz still in control. Ortiz hasn't been able to hit him much. Possible cut with that jab. Let's roll the dice. Still unmarked. 2 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the round. In control. Sweet Pea Whitaker looking to land a punch. It's missed. Minute gone in the round. Ortiz looking to land a big punch. He needs it to win the fight. It's a hook, but only a one-pointer. Ortiz, the only guy that scored this round, but he's going to need to more than score. Combination. Ortiz could possibly win his second round in a row, but it won't do him any good as he's still in control. He's got to knock him out. Punch is missed. Whitaker looking now to score. He has not scored yet in the round. He does with an uppercut. 2 segments to go in round 11. To the center of the ring. Both fighters move around. Last segment, who's going to score? Back to the center. And both fighters miss, and that's the end of round 11. Looks like that one went to Ortiz, but he's certainly going to have to do more than win the last 2 rounds on points. Ringside scorekeeper, the unofficial card, gave that one to Ortiz, 10-9. Excuse me. So we take a sip of water here to get ready for round number 12. The final round of the bout. Whitaker won his last fight in a unanimous 12-round decision. And unless Ortiz could knock him out, he's going to get another one here. Here's the bell for round 12. The fighters meet in the center of the ring. Touch gloves. First segment's going to go to Ortiz, fighting from the outside. Whitaker trying to put pressure on him. Scores with a jab, possible cut. No cut. Both fighters still unmarked. Whitaker now looking to become the aggressor. Scores with an uppercut. To the center of the ring we go. Both fighters throw punches but miss. In control is Ortiz, looking to land that big punch to end the fight. That's a jab. That's not a big punch. 1 minute, 40 seconds to go in the fight. It's going to be back to the center of the ring. Both fighters exchange punches. Whitaker now takes control with 1 minute, 12 seconds to go. Fight coming to the down to the last minute. There's a double hook by Whitaker. 3 segments to go. Whitaker still in control. Ortiz has got to land a haymaker or it's over. Uppercut scores for Whitaker. Whitaker Looks like he's even in control of the final round. Combination. The last segment, 5 seconds to go. Without a knockout here, it's over. And it's a hook, but it's going to the judges. It's not going to be any surprise here as to who won this fight. It should be unanimous. Here we go. The referee has the cards. Here we go. The official result. Judge 1, 116, 110, 117, 110, 118, 110. And Whitaker wins the fight. There's the scorecard. Nobody in doubt in this fight whatsoever. This was won in the first half of the fight. Well, there you go. I will write this up in my newspaper. You can read all about it either tonight or tomorrow morning. Depends how much time I have left. Tomorrow on the channel, we have the 2011 Red Sox at home against the 1919 Red Sox. The winner moves on to round 2 in Region B in my tournament. I want to thank Beatles. I want to thank Paul came in. That's Paul, Fax Action Sports Desk. And Philip came by. He usually in at ringside to start all the fights on Friday night. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a nice Father's Day weekend. We'll be on tomorrow with baseball and golf, the U.S. Open. We will be doing a U.S. Open deal. Let me close this now before we go any further. We'll give you a little preview here. Excuse me. Save and close down the bottom. Let me give you a little preview of what we got coming up Sunday. Here it is. Best golfer in U.S. Open history. Willie Anderson, Bobby Jones, Ben Hogan, Jack Nicklaus. All 4 of them are 4-time U.S. Open champions. They're playing the U.S. Open for real at Shinnecock Hills this weekend. We got 1 round. The winner of this match will be crowned the all-time best golfer in U.S. Open history. Anyway, thanks for coming by, everybody. Have a nice evening. We'll catch you tomorrow.